My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to play the defect. Come on, give me a mummified hand power build. Let's just roll through this one. I'll take the upgrade. I do like a good early zap upgrade. Okay, there's a 3 elite path with 1 midline rest. But since I already picked up an upgrade, I'm a little more happy to go for it. Neat opening right there. I'll take the chaos, actually. Transform a strike. Hyper beam. Now I'm regretting the chaos transform, I'll admit. Unless chaos gives me plasma now, it's a little incompatible with my hyper beam. I should start using the hyper beam as only the finisher. Lest I end up taking a bunch of damage I don't need to otherwise. Doom and Gloom. No. Hyper beam isn't something you can really lean into is the big problem. Like, there's no hyper beam deck archetype, not really at least. So this could be a little bit of a problem. Go for the eyes. Hologram? Take a hologram. Definitely the max HP here. This is extremely a situation where we just play orbs and just ignore the fact that we even have the hyper beam in the deck for a while. Yikes. That 4 defensive turn is actually going to be absolutely brutal to us. That makes everything so much harder. Just because of how prolonged this fight typically is. I'm gonna go for the immediate effects. No reason to dual cast that. Alright. Speed potion, double defend. Keep myself as well defended as I possibly can at this point. Next turn, I just need to draw. Nice. The ability to pop. Blue Candle. Unplayable curse cards cannot be played. When we play Curse, lose 1 HP and exhaust it, as well as our Emerald Key there. Lovely. You are kidding me. I was trying to pick up the hologram. I managed to click the wrong card. Yikes. The Hyper Beam needs to be upgraded. Specifically because I'm going for 3 elites this floor. Yeah, the chances I end up in this situation, gesturing wildly at the field, is too high. Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, I end up getting a skill that saves us 8 HP that turn. I don't know if I care too much about that. Alright. And then I used it to save 9 the next turn. None of those. Not a deck that already has Hyper Beam in it. Pen Nib, every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Okay, that does work with a Hyper Beam. We'll heal here a little bit, because you don't typically get to do that. Really wanted to play that Hyper Beam there, but I remember that I can just pull it back and play it with a hologram at any point. It's not enough. And instead, by slow playing it, I saved myself a bunch of HP. Double energy. I'm taking double energy for shenanigans reasons, effectively. Chaos, hologram back to the chaos, chaos again. That extra energy is actually going to be super useful. Alright, I'm going to start with the Hyper Beam a little early here. Because of turns like this, that make it really clear that that was the right time to start with that. Whew. What a weight off of my shoulders. No reason I should have cycled those abilities out, by the way. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck, as well as another double energy. No, we take a reinforced body here. Do I want to put another curse in my deck? No. No, Duvu Doll doesn't even work well with this deck, so I don't need to consider that. That's the ice cream. That would have been really good for us. Trip is also already really good for us. If I take the membership discount, I can get Trip. I also wanted to get the Preserved Insect out of this, but look, I'll accept what I can get. Okay, so I just need to have a Strikeout and Vulnerability before I hit this guy with the Hyper Beam, which we actually got this turn. My gosh. I am very pleased we got that. Unfortunately, I did get both of my holograms in that hand, so I don't get to claim complete victory yet. And I'm about to be weakened, so we go down to what, 26, 24 damage? 26? 26 seems reasonable, right? $25. But we've got enough energy, thank you, double energy, to do it twice. Core Surge, Fission. We'll take Core Surge, it's the only one that makes sense for this deck. Yikes. We don't get an Energy Relic here. You know what? I think we need to lean into it. The problem with Pandora's Box here is if I transform all of my strikes and defends and they transform into bad orb generating cards, I just have a really bad orb generating deck and then I die next floor very quickly. The only strength of this deck is in that Hyper Beam right now and the ability to return it and defend myself while I wait for it. So I feel like maybe it's Astrolabe. Get the Chaos Dual Cast and zap out of here. And we get a Rebound, Hologram, and Go for the Eyes. Okay! Yeah, not bad pickups there. Actually quite pleased. Okay, this time it is Hyper Beam Defend, but the primary reason behind that is that I couldn't defend for much more than that, and it means that when I get the hologram, I can kill instantly, saving myself a bunch more HP. Auto Shields actually does seem super good for this deck. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Yes. So we only lost max HP there, no current HP. And we got a lot of bites, which are actually super useful for this deck. Special Relic, obtain 3 strength on turn 1. Yeah, that matters more to me than getting Jax. Alright. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain. Okay, okay, okay. Things are starting to look up for old Rhapsody. Yikes. This is not where I wanted to be. Do I take Leap? Yeah, I'll just take it. I feel like this deck does need a little more defense. Alright. I'll rebound the bite. Then just single defend. So then next turn, I know that I get to bite. Easy. Which of these do I throw? Like that? Yeah, I definitely should have used Go for the Eyes before I used the Bite for the Pemnib's sake there. Okay. I don't necessarily have to kill them both that turn. Alright, now I've got artifacts, so if I happen to cast a Hyper Beam here, we're actually totally fine. Problem is I really do need to kill someone this turn. Oh, God. I'm gonna trip, go for the eyes, hologram back the trip, not use the other hologram. Setting up for next turn. Yep. And then I'll kill him. What a neat turn. Smiling Mask. The Merchant's Goblin service now always costs 50 gold, as well as, ooh, pre-upgraded skin. Yes. Alright, I'll also Swift Potion here before I do anything else. I'll rebound the Bite to the top of the deck, then just murder the frontliner. Oh, I should have rebounded the Reinforced Body to the top of the deck. That's the correct play there. That's my bad. Yep, I need to start playing the Hyper Beam sooner rather than later, otherwise I'm just losing this fight sooner. Or slower. Damn it. Trying to remove as much of the artifacting off of the enemy as possible here. As you can see, I'm having no easy task with it. And there we go. Nothing on those, thank you, but I would like, or a Calcum if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Yeah, I actually would like that. Pretty sure we're going down in this fight. Unless I just quaff potions. Unfortunately, we're being weakened this turn. Hyper Beam does show up vaguely on time, but still. It's fine, I healed 2 instead of blocking 2 more. Works either way. Anchor started combat with 10 block, as well as you. All that trash that we're trying to avoid. All these bites need upgrades. to bite twice this turn. Not bad. Bunch of stuff I don't want. I'm gonna bet on the murderer. Hey, and I'm gonna go for the boss here. The elite, rather. Yes, it's a little bit of a risky play to make. But frankly, I'd rather make the risky play here. Alright. Anything to kill that mad gremlin. Just gotta guarantee it dies. Double our energy first. Then Hyper Beam. Go for the eyes. Skim. Looking for... Nice, the best defense I can find. Sweet. I didn't think I'd get the opportunity before the next shuffle, but I'll bring it back and Hyper Beam again. Hyper Beam even once more. Not going to get the kill though. If I'd bitten before the Hyper Beam there, I would have gotten the kill though. Lame. Thank you, Orichalcum, for defending me for 6 there. Vajra started combat with 1 additional strength. Also would have been quite helpful in that previous position. I feel like the upkeep of our HP is going to happen during fights like this. Alright, I get to keep my 3 extra strength. That's actually huge news. Alright, 1 down. Which is to say 1 set of challenges down. That bite heals me for 3. This defends me for 5. Great. Let's rebound the better bite back atop the deck. Try saying that 10 times quick. And then just continue chipping away. Not really how I'd hoped that one was going to go, but okay. Best defense I can do this turn is this. I obviously wasn't able to kill that turn, and that was the best defense that I was capable of putting up that turn. There's just no real future for a deck that is running almost purely off of the value of a Hyper Beam and trying not to step on its own toes. Smiling Mask. Merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. I'm gonna hit up 3 merchants this floor. Let's make the best out of it. Okay, so I want cards that are better when the deck is thin. I'll take a Rip and Tear here just because I can't guarantee that I will end up getting those, but the Rip and Tear will help me get through elites on the way. Yes, I see the other cards here that I could pick up. But I am here to remove things from my deck, damn it. Goodbye, Acid Slime. Please. Genetic Algorithm is actually really good with the thin deck as well. Alright, now we get 1 more card that we get to remove this floor. Ooh. I want to play the Genetic Algorithm and zap once before we actually do this. Hey, and the Ascendant's Bane also burned itself out of the deck. What luck. Peace. Now find me all my damage next turn as well. Let me know. There we go. Now that's more like it. We're on scales. Started combat with 3 thorns, as well as... Oh, do I? Yeah, I do. Deck didn't have a scaling identity yet. Claw just happened to show up at the right time at the right place. It was a match made to be. No extra claw? Kidding me? Take a reinforced body as a hugely valuable individual defensive card. On dual cast, hit those backlines. Almost. Actually surprised it went that well. Self-repair, extremely good. Molten Egg, whenever you have an attack card to your deck, upgrade it. Well, now I regret picking up all of these attacks already. But it does suit me better for an upcoming Claw deck that intends to pick up attacks constantly. Intends to almost do nothing but pick up attacks. Single copy of Beam Cell. Let's remove another card from the deck. We'll take a charge battery as well for some defense. Very glad to have this genetic algorithm here on the first turn. Quickly shuffle all of these. Try and find a much more aggressive hand. Nice. Oh, man, that went well. Lantern, start each combat with additional energy, as well as Doom and Gloom. You know, don't have any AoE in the deck yet. Alright. Rest here, and then I'm going to go for the extra elite. Okay, very glad I have that Doom and Gloom in the deck now. Not too pleased to have basically missed all of my defensive cards in the first hand. My most important ones, at least. Okay. There's Doom and Gloom for the quick murder of the front line. Easy. Gold-plated cables. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive in additional time, as well as a boot sequence. Yes. This deck is very much just running on value cards right now. Get that genetic algorithm upgraded. Running on just value cards is a problem, but it does have the ability to transition out of it. No, I'll leave the genetic algorithm. There'll be time to play it. I hope. So 21 takes you down to 70. Oh, no. 73, but you split. Yeah, I really shouldn't split you yet if I can avoid it. If I generate any more lightning this turn, I'm splitting the enemy. Do I split them this turn? I don't have many better turns to do it. Plus, this at least will prevent the... It'll prevent a thing. Something will be prevented as a result of this. That's all I need you to know. There's a prevention going on. It'll prevent... Oh, those slimes going into our deck. Easy. Can't imagine how I forgot that. Neat. Just get me back to that sweet, sweet AoE card. Oh my god, I even got the genetic algorithm beforehand. Wild. Core Surge, pre-upgraded. Yup. Inserter, I mean, we don't yet do orb slots. I don't even think we should in this deck, because we've got the rightmost orb triggering its passive at additional time. Surely we want to generate an orb and then get that orb to the front of our slots as quickly as possible. To try and pivot from now to pick up our first consume and then every frost orb seems fraught from the outset. But maybe that's more likely to be successful than any other build that I can currently conjure. I'm going for Sozu. We shall see. However, I'm going for Sozu. Okay, so there's 2 shops along this path, so I get to remove 2 of my cards. Neat. Yeah, pretty good opening 2 turns there, actually. Could have had a little more aggression in the opening hand, but yeah, it's fine. I even get to heal out of this fight. Alright. It's 1 dead parasite. Claw. Alright, our luck is turning around. You know what? Our luck is turning around. We will find our claws. We will find the claws to fight for. Do I want to take a Master of Strategy right now? Get the extra draw to offset the low cost of some of our stuff? Yes. No. No, it should be a card removal. Like, the whole idea of this deck, the only reason it's working at all so far is because it is so stringent about removing a card at every available opportunity. So our basic deck is way above basic. I should respect that. As much as I want to play that self-repair and all of these, I really want to be able to kill the back line. No, come on, 50-50. Yay! Woo! That was necessary. All right. Let's take nothing else here, I don't think. Yeah. Totally pieced out of that selection. 1 of 20 cards. All right. Well, there's a Meteor Strike. Which I do want in a deck, but in this deck? Oh god, it's not even giving me a claw as well. If Meteor Strike is in our opening hand, we can play it. I mean, that's another copy of Boot Sequence, though. Rebound to put another claw back atop the deck. Hologram just to bring them back. Second self-repair just to heal us up. Take the second Doom and Gloom, actually. I mean, isn't that what I'm pivoting towards right now? Yes. My god, yes. Another card removal, thank you. Yeah, isn't that what we're pivoting towards now? Doing the AoE damage for the chumps with the Doom and Gloom, and then having the orb from the Doom and Gloom knock everything else out after it gets built up considerably by the gold-plated cables, effectively acting like a loop. I think that's what we're going for. And I'm the one with the controller at the moment, so guess that's what we're going for. Come on, 75%. Hey, managed to kill that frontliner, beautiful. Very important we managed to do that. No. Don't need any of those. And I'm going to dual cast early just to get the Dark Orb in the frontline slot so that it builds twice each turn. Again, that's the gold-plated cables effect doing that. Just got to get them to vaguely equal HP values. All right, that'll work. And I'm not going to have the ability to pop it this turn, am I? That's a no on that one. I need a little greater ease at popping these Dark Orbs. Because I keep screwing it up. Not just the dual cast. A multi-cast would be good. Do I take a pre-upgraded capacitor? I don't think I do. I think I want my Dark Orbs to cycle quickly enough that I don't want a capacitor in there messing that up. I think I'm dumb not to take a Glacier though, right? Yeah. Stone Calendar, the end of turn 7 deal 52 damage to all enemies. Okay. Okay, that could actually play into what we want here. Get that Rip and Tear out of the deck now. Okay, the Stone Calendar could totally play into what we want because currently we're going with the idea of a build that is going to start turtling. Not immediately, but it eventually does in pretty much every time I played it. Since it's kind of become a formatted deck as such. Hang on, we'll see, we'll see. My assumption is that in basically almost every fight we have, the Stone Calendar will come into play. Let's get that dual cast upgraded, alleviate a little bit more of our energy concerns here. Ooh. Alright, just need to be able to push that Dark Orb one space forward here. That's 2 spaces forward. Still have to. Damn. Damn you for making me do so. Probably haven't got lethal this turn. Nice, but I'm actually preferring not to have lethal this turn. Got me the extra 10 HP there. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 extra energy, as well as another Doom and Gloom. Oh my god. I'm gonna 50-50 it. Matroshka, the next 2 non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. Handy. Alright. Let's get the reinforced body upgraded. Had to happen sooner or later. We'll leave boot sequence in there. I'm gonna want that on a later turn. I'm not playing the genetic algorithm this turn because there will definitely be a better opportunity to play it later in this fight. Oh. Wasn't that just so simple? Should've played a Doom and Gloom first, right? Now I'll play the genetic algorithm. Still earlier than I wanted to play it, but if it had to, it had to. I was very much hoping to have reinforced body in this hand. Oh well. So enemy takes their 52. Or have they already? I thought it was at the end of this turn, right? Hey, there we go. Take that 52 there. Follow up with a perfect kill. Multicast extremely. And we take Velvet Choker. Okay, so we actually don't play that many cards in a single turn. But having a higher energy value is actually really, really, really important for us, because then the multicast can be played for 5, which with the upgraded multicast is 6 plays of our Dark Orb. That is a brutal murdering upon whatever soul you decide to unleash it. Okay, there's a good murder. Just gotta make sure that I end up with my... Gotta make sure that I end up playing my self-repair here. Could totally have seen myself forgetting to. I take 3 damage there intentionally because I really need to get a Dark Orb out. Turns out I didn't. Oh well. Another Doom and Gloom. Yes. No. I need to keep some of my money. Abrupt shops are just better opportunities for card removals. I might not get back to that genetic algorithm, but if I do, I'm very much going to appreciate that I left it there. Should have just done that from the start. It's my bad. Alright. The ability to push. That'll do. No on the extra sweeping beam though, thank you. Killing the heart with a build that is entirely based around the idea of becoming a one-hit kill is probably not going to do so well. But I'll give it a go. I'll be a sport. I don't play the Doom and Gloom there because I want the other one to grow larger. Right. And I end up playing it there because I know that I want the extra defense from cycling those Frost Orbs. Should have no difficulty here. And we have exactly no difficulty. Beautiful. Take none of those. No. Upgrade all cards and you can no longer heal? No, that'll just kill us. Alright, we got a random rare relic. Not a great turn to have picked up so much of our... so much of our defensive suite there on the first turn. Very unfortunate. Okay, so this now casts for 6 times... Yeah, it's not lethal. But, gosh, it gets close. Now it'd be lethal. And I got to play my genetic algorithm. Yay! Fossilized helix. Prevent the first time you lose HP each combat. That is actually extraordinarily good for us. Okay, so this enemy has extra strength for some reason. Oh, right, because they're the elite enemy, so they have 4 strength on this floor. That sucks. I'm not pleased about that one. I was very much hoping that I was going to keep the buffer as the ace in the hole for these turns in particular. Not going to play the genetic algorithm yet. It is going to be necessary next shuffle. Oh, look. It's extremely necessary right now. Good thing I kept it. Okay, so 5 by 7 is 45, right? Yes, that's 450 at least. Five by 7 is 35. Thank God we have a stone calendar. Centennial puzzle, the first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. As well as, you know what? Sure, let's get that extra claw in there. Think it actually might be necessary. Diversify that win condition. Can't take damage here on the first turn. Thank you for trying, though. Alright. Come on and sweep that beam. Also doom that Gloom twice over. Somehow I feel like we just go straight for the lethal soon. Ooh. Even gave us the extra turn that we needed to play all of the extra cards we needed to get the extra benefits from. You know, the ones that we needed. Yeah, I'll fight him. Gosh, if we had one more point of defense this round. Woo, that'd be so good. Had to kill one of them. Was the best way to save HP, though. Alright. Duodol. For each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength, as well as... I'll take an equilibrium, actually. Bag of preparation. At the start of combat, draw 2 additional cards, as well as the Sapphire key, because I have to get it. Didn't get the extra Doom and Gloom in this hand, unfortunately. But... still get all of the requisite kills. Leave an equilibrium in order to save a couple defenses for this hand, just in case they're necessary. Let's hope they aren't. Still hasn't been necessary. Wow. Alright. Definitely... it's the best defense I could have given myself that turn, unfortunately. Oh well, at least we got the genetic algorithm out. Strawberry, raising max HP by 7 on pickup. There's also a bunch of other stuff we don't need. Let's get our final piece of the key. Hyper beam. No, thank you. Apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies at the start of each battle is actually pretty good. So I'm gonna take the fair. Oh, I would take the Fairy Ball if I could have. So I think it's actually pretty good for the one reason that in the opening turn we tend to just play a bunch of setup attacks. So it might actually end up clearing out a bunch of chumps for us, but also it will remove the artifacting of enemies that otherwise would have ridiculous artifacts going on. So I defend again. I get 14. 14 is actually enough. Okay, so that's right then. I just needed to make sure that I was protected against most of the hits there. Sweet. Five more added on top of this is actually fine. There's the multicast. Goodbye, enemy. And hello, victory. Ancient T set, whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, as well as... No. Okay, let's see. Hell yeah. Look at him go. What a good relic that bag of marbles is. We don't have Pantagraph, so we don't heal necessarily on going into the boss fight, so we should rest before it, I think, here. I need to learn to count. If I can't block any of the damage on that or if I can't block some amount of the damage on that first turn, I shouldn't block any of the damage on that first turn. Just giving myself an extra energy next turn there. Because I've got the buffer. Oh, don't know why I didn't think of that. Genetic algorithm there. Obviously don't want to play it that turn. Far better turns for it. Reasonable defense. Best I could have done. Yep, didn't think that was my final hit that turn. My bad entirely. Need to be watching that clock better. I'm intentionally playing everything except for the reinforced body because I want to be able to use the reinforced body on a later turn if the enemy was attacking this turn, which unfortunately they aren't. Not really too much I can do here, unfortunately. Alright, so enemy is incoming with almost lethal. I don't appreciate that one bit. In fact, here's how little I appreciate that. I knew that if I got the multicast in the second hand, I was going to be fine. So as soon as I didn't see it in my first hand, I knew there was only a 1 in 6 that I was getting screwed over there. So there's our Ascension 13 victory with the defect. Pretty uncertain this is going to work against the heart, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened in this series recently. That multicast upgraded. Ooh, Clockwork Souvenir. Start each combat with 1 artifact. Yeah, let's do it. Negate our first debuff. So 19 if I turn around. I'm fine with that. $19 if I turn around. I'm fine with that. Immediately forgets to count my own Velvet Choker. means I play those. Yikes. That could have been bad. Yeah, it could have been like similar to as bad as this is right now. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, we're just dead. Right, there's no clever kill here with multicast, is there? 6 times 18. That actually should be the kill. 6 times 8 is 42. Right? 6 times 8 is 48, actually. 60. So that actually does kill the backliner here. Okay, so what if I beam and claw? Okay, exactly how many hits of this do I need? So let's go with, like, what are 4 hits of this? 4 hits of this is 8 less than 80. So I need 5 hits of this, definitely. So if I apply the vulnerability and then 12 damage, that's 17 damage that I apply to the backline using only the beam cell and the claw. So I do no energy loss. That's 17 that I get to remove from you. You go down to 70. 70 means that I can get it with 4. So I can beam cell, claw, glacier, multicast, kill the backliner. Occasionally, when I put my brain to it, I can do a good thing. I'll play the genetic algorithm here because we're not getting back to the point of the deck where we played a game. And we're dead. Well, look. Those things don't necessarily always lead towards victory. If we had the genetic algorithm 1 turn later, we would have been so much better off there. But no use bemoaning that. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Spire, that has been our Ascension 13 defect victory with a heart loss thereafter. Well, a Spire, shield, and spear loss. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.